Nobody's gonna have confidence in you if you show that face. Go back to the kitchen, you're like... Hi, I'm Grace from Good Graces, and today we're gonna learn how to make sambal belachan. We've got big red chilies, chili padi, kaffir lime leaf or limau lime leaf, belachan, sugar, and limes. I'm just gonna start with the chili padi. I'm just removing the heads, and then I'm gonna move on to de-seed these. You cut off the tip, slice it down the middle, and then you just remove the seed. Okay, I have three passions. My first passion is animals. When I was young, I really wanted to be a vet, and I went to study zoology in NUS. I went to work at the zoo. So I did that for about 5 years, and then I met a chef. So we decided to open a restaurant together. So that was actually my first foray into F&B. After about 4 years, kind of sold it back to the chef. Then I went to work at MTV, and I did that for 5 years, and that was a lot of fun. And events is actually my third passions. Having done RWS for 11 years, I decided that maybe it was time to go. I really wanted to do private dining. That kind of excitement is what I was looking for. A personality that is able to showcase heritage food in Singapore. So Good Graces is a private dining, and it's more about heritage-inspired cuisine. I only started with my grandmother's recipes, and I did learn along the way. My daughter has been cooking with me since she was 3 years old. I believe that when you teach a child to cook, firstly, it is a good life skill to have. Secondly, it also makes them appreciate their food better. Every chef will have bad days. I've even screwed up my herpure soup before that I was serving to media. I was so nervous and I just didn't think it tasted right, and I added too much cabbage. It just turned out tasting like cabbage soup. Okay, so this is belachan. This needs to be toasted first, but here we're just going to do it over an induction stove. It becomes more powdery, so the end result looks like this. The next thing we're going to do is you want to strip the stem off the leaf. Basically, when you pound something versus when you cut it, you release all the oils and it's a lot more fragrant. You can see from the texture, I mean, you want it to look like that. You don't want it to be too big. Next, I'm going to just pound the chili padi. You basically pound along the side and try to bring the ingredient down to the center. So this is the big red chili. Of course, like I said, if you have time, it is better to pound. But if you don't, definitely a blender does the trick. So you start off with the big red chilies, you add in your chili padi, and then I threw in the limau lime leaf and then the belachan. It is very good to be in a corporate job before you go into a startup. If you already have that foundation and also the connections that I've developed from being in a corporate job, you don't struggle as much. When I was younger, when I'm stressed, I'll be like, nobody's gonna have confidence in you if you show that face. So we added in some sugar. The final touch is the lime. So this is what the final product will look like. So that's it. This has been my exit interview. Thank you for following me on this journey. Comment below on how you would use my sambal belachans and stand to win an assortment of sambals from Good Graces. Bye!